This video is about the evolution of the model of the atom and the stages that it took to go through. So first of all, there's a lot to remember, so don't try to remember brilliant chemists is the mnemonic. Don't try to remember brilliant chemists becomes Dalton, Thompson, Rutherford, Bohr and Chadwick. And these are the 5 stages of the evolution we're going to think about. So first of all, John Dalton, 1803, came up with modern atomic theory, where he said that each element is different, but for each element, it's made up of indivisible tiny particles called atoms, and that each of those atoms within the element is identical, but different elements have unique and different atoms. So pretty much bang on, and a really important step towards modern understanding of the nature of matter. About 100 years later, mathematician JJ Thompson, working on experiments to do with the weather, came up with this mathematical anomaly that led to the discovery of the electron, a teeny tiny, almost massless, negatively charged particle, and that led to the proposal of the plum pudding model that said that atoms were in fact a sort of positively charged substrate with tiny negative electrons within it. That's known as the plum pudding model. Now, not long after that, around 1908, Ernest Rutherford's team did the gold leaf scattering experiment, which showed that in fact these nuclei, these atoms, had all their mass and positive charge concentrated in tiny areas because alpha particles pretty much passed through the gold leaf with a few bouncing off. A little later, pretty much around the same time, Niels Bohr proposed that the electrons, rather than being inside the plum pudding model, occupied orbits around the nucleus. And then about 20 years later, James Chadwick led the discovery of the neutrons, which were non-charged massive particles in the atom. So the modern model of the nucleus is protons and neutrons in the middle, electrons and orbits on the outside, which is where we are today. Hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching.